welcome to our Uplifting Mellow flow. So this practice will be slow, but we'll still move a little bit and take a few floats. Maybe you can sweat a little bit if we're lucky, but it's not going to be super long, maybe 35 to 40 minutes. So we'll see how it goes. We'll begin with finding a comfortable seated position. So easy pose, Sukhasana, or you can take a half lotus like I'm doing. So easy pose is just with the feet in line with each other. If that's not accessible, then maybe take crisscross applesauce just where the right leg is in the front. So wherever you are in your seat, you can kind of rock around. Find a nice comfortable position. Close your eyes. Take a big inhale through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. 2 more. Inhale through the nose. And exhale. Last one, letting this be the biggest breath of the day. Inhale. And exhale. Letting your palms rest down on your legs. Keeping the spine long. Close your eyes and just take a moment here to check in with the body. Noticing how you're feeling today, where or if you're holding tension. And of course, checking in with the mental and emotional bodies too. Noticing if you're tired, if you're happy, stressed, content. And taking note of all of these emotions, all of these feelings, all of these observations. And that's it. Just taking note. And turning back to the breath. And letting the breath be natural. Remembering to continue to check in with your breath. If you have an ujjayi breath in your practice, that ocean sound, slight restriction in the back of the throat, then you can take that. If you don't have that breath in your practice, then just breathe naturally and notice the breath when we come back to it. So with the right leg in front, you can flutter the eyes open. Inhale, reach your arms up, pull the belly in, and then exhale, twist to the right side, twisting from the bottom of the spine first. And then letting the right hand come behind you, and then maybe looking over that right shoulder. Keep pulling, squeezing the belly in, just warming up the spine a little bit. Taking a few breaths here. Keep the crown of the head lifted. Inhale, come back to center. Then exhale, twist to the left side. So same thing here, twisting from the bottom of the spine first. And then up through the spine, and then the chest last, and then look over your left shoulder. And coming back to center, rocking back onto those sits bones. You can let your toes tap if you want, and then come up to half boat pose, Ardha Navasana. Reach your arms out, really pressing into those sits bones. Pull the belly in. You should feel it in your thighs, your hips too. Breathe. 3, 2, 1. Now crossing the left foot in front, or you can come into that half lotus if that's in your practice. Bring your hands to your knees. On an inhale, come forward. Then exhale, come back into Sufi circles. So inhale forward, you can reach the spine forward. Exhale, reach the spine back. So you can make these as big as you want, or if you just want to stay right here and feel the spine and the hips open. And then switch in the opposite direction. So about 4 each way. Just noticing how you're moving with the breath. 1 more. And then rocking back into your sit bones again, finding half boat pose. So you can stay here in your Ardha Navasana. You can extend the legs. lifting the heart, or if you have it in your practice, you can take any other variation. Just keep lifting from the belly, squeezing, pulling the belly towards the spine. Lift, lift, lift. And we're going to do something fun here. We're going to roll into Tadasana. So you can roll onto your back, or you can just roll forward and then stand up into Tadasana, mountain pose. So toes are forward, right under your hip bones. Everything is engaged. So the ankles are strong. You can slightly bend the knees if you have a tendency like I do to hyperextend. Legs are engaged. Pelvis is neutral. Belly is pulling towards the spine again. So now your belly is probably a little bit more awake. Your shoulders are relaxed. Ears are back over your shoulders. So taking a few moments here. Whether you're back to your new normal, or whether you're still staying at home, we're all experiencing a lot of emotions, a lot of different things right now. So it never hurts to have a little bit of an uplifting practice. And that's just what we're going to do. So inhale, reach your arms up, palms touch. Exhale, hips down, Uttanasana, chair pose. Pull the belly in, try to release any arch of the spine by pressing the tailbone down. Make sure you can see your toes, so pulling the hips back. Hands can either touch as you press against each other, or they're open like you're holding the moon. Keep pulling that belly in, sinking down, down, down. And then exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Long spine, crown of the head reaching down. Weight is in the ball or heel of your feet. Toes and heels are light. Inhale, flat back, Ardha Uttanasana. And then step back to your high plank. We're going to hold here for 3, 2, strong bellies, 1. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift up, either cobra or upward facing dog. Pull the belly in still. Exhale, back downward facing dog. Long spine. Really pull that belly in, tilt the tailbone up and away. You can pedal the feet out. First downward facing dog. Inhale, extend that right leg up and back. So we get in between your hands, warrior 1. So back foot rotates out 45 degrees. Hips are forward, rise up. Hold the moon, or palms press against each other. Right toes, right knee are forward. Really pressing into the outside of that back left foot. Hold. Strong warrior. And now take another flow. So exhale, lower down. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift up. Cobra, upward facing dog. Shoulders are back. Elbows are squeezing towards the ribs. Exhale, back downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up and back. Swing it in between your hands, warrior 1 again. Press into that outside right foot. Both legs are strong, working evenly. The left knee is stacked over the ankle. It does not pass that line. Strong bodies, belly in. Reach all the way through your fingertips. Don't let your hands go. And again, exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, downward facing. 3 breaths here. Letting that go. Pedal the feet out. Or find stillness. Strong arms. Feet are still hip bone distance apart. And then right foot steps forward. Left foot steps forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, full Uttanasana. Inhale, rise all the way up. Uttanasana again for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, up, palms touch. Exhale, hands heart center. Full breath here. If the feet are a little bit apart, then that means the hands are apart as well. So inhale, send them up. Exhale, Uttanasana again. Tailbone down, belly in. Really reaching through your fingertips. You got this. Strong thighs. Protect the knees. Good stuff. And then exhale, lower down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale into your high plank. Hold for 3. Look forward a little bit. Make sure you're not looking back. 2, long one right there, and 1. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, and exhale back, downward facing dog. Each flow can look different. They don't have to be super strong. They don't have to be all on the floor. Inhale, extend left leg up and back. Swing it in between your hands. Warrior 1. Feeling strong in your body. And again, inhale into your high plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, upward facing or cobra. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale, right leg up and back. Step it forward again. Warrior 1, our last warrior right here, strong. Watching the rain is pretty peaceful. Maybe you're able to practice by your window. And last little flow for this round. Exhale, lower. Inhale, up. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 big breaths right here. Don't lose your downward facing dog. If you need to take a child's pose, drop the knees and sink the hips back. Left foot comes forward, and the right foot comes forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, Uttanasana, long spine. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, Utkatasana, and chair pose. Pull the belly in. 3, 2, and 1. Good, arms come up. Exhale, hands, heart center. Notice your breath. Feel firm beneath your feet, stable, strong. We're going to take 2 half sun salutations. So you'll inhale, reach up, and then exhale, fold down into Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift, Ardha Uttanasana, half. Exhale, full Uttanasana. And then inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands, heart center. And again, inhale, rise up. Exhale, fold all the way down. Heels light. The weight of the body is mainly in the ball of the foot. Inhale, half. Exhale, fold. And this time, roll up. 1 vertebrae at a time. Arms still come all the way up. Exhale, hands, heart center. Thumbs connecting to your heart space. Being thankful you're able to practice and uplift yourself just by moving your body and paying attention to what is happening right now on your mat. So we'll step back to the back of your mat. We're going to do a little balancing before we move down onto your mat. So standing tall, pressing into your right foot, you'll bend the left knee forward. Bring your right hand to the outside of that knee and gently twist so the left hand comes back. If you have it in your practice where you can extend your left leg by grabbing onto the outside of that foot, feel free to do that. Find your gaze, your dristi. Right foot is grounding down forward. Relaxation on the face. Slowly come back to center. Now as you do, the left knee is going to cross on top of your right for eagle pose. You can cross the left knee on top as you bend the right knee. And then if you have it, you can hook that left foot around the calf. Right arm comes on top of the left. Either touch opposite shoulders here as you pull the elbows out, or even intertwine the hands all the way. Shoulders down, elbows out, hands away from the face. Focusing on your dristi, your gaze. Bring that left knee forward, keep the arms intertwined. Slowly make your way back to warrior 3. So flex your left foot, like you're kicking the wall behind you. Strong, strong, strong. Belly in. And then come all the way down to Uttanasana. Forward fold. building strength, building balance, and breathing through it all. Then we'll roll up through the spine, one vertebrae at a time. We'll do the same thing on the opposite side. Hands come to heart center. Pressing into the left foot. So really find your balance first. And then lift your right knee. And you can gently bring the left hand to the outside of that right thigh as you twist. Or if you want to grab a hold to the outside of the left foot and lengthen it. And then reach your right arm back. If you can, turn your gaze all the way past those right fingertips. Two, one. I'm moving into eagle pose on this side. So the right leg crosses over the left arm crosses over the right. You can hook that right foot. And again here, pull the belly in, elbows out and away from the face, shoulders down. Good, focusing on your gaze. Good. 3, 2, 1. Keep the arms intertwined. Pull the belly in as you bring the right knee forward. And then back, warrior 3. Really pressing down into that left foot. Pull, pull, pull the belly in. And then come into your Uttanasana again. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. And we're going to do a different version of this. Even if your knees are really bent here, your hamstrings are still tight, that's okay. Bend them a little bit more. The palms of your hands are going to come underneath your feet, so the toes are almost on the wrist. Or maybe they even are on the wrist. And then you'll inhale to find your flat back again. And then exhale, forward fold. Oh, good. You can shake the head a little bit, yes and no. This will really help you to press into or towards the wrist, really, but into the base, the palm of your hand, by pressing the ball of the foot there. So you're still trying to keep the heels light. And then release that. Walk your hands out. Take a vinyasa here. So toes come back, high plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift up. Then exhale back to a brief downward facing dog before you drop the knees. And then sink back to child's pose. If you want to spread the knees a little wider to let your belly and chest fall, you can do that. Drop your third eye, your forehead down on your mat. Press the hips back. And just breathe here. Feeling the rise and fall of the spine. Noticing the breath as it slows down. Just being very present with the body, with how it feels right now. Maybe you feel a little warmer. Maybe you feel a little bit more open or flexible, even a little bit stronger. Three more breaths. Keeping the hands out in front of you. We'll rise up into your tabletop. So knees come back to hip bone distance apart if they've moved. Wrists stay underneath the shoulders. We'll move through some cat-cow. So on an inhale, you'll drop the belly down. Arch the spine, shoulders back, tailbone up, look up, opening the throat, the chest. Take a full round of breath here, just letting your spine absorb that opening. And pressing into your feet, pressing into your fingertips. Tuck the chin into the chest. Really push the back of the ribs up to the sky. Like the spine of a cat. Feeling the ribs expand. And now moving through your round of cat-cow. So you'll inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Flip the toes. And again, inhale, cow. Really getting the toes a nice little stretch here as you press into them. So not all the weight is falling on the knees. And continue to press into the palm, into the fingertips, so the weight, again, doesn't fall into the wrist. We always protect the joints by strengthening around them. One more round right here. Then walk your hands out. Exhale, hips back, downward facing dog. The right knee will come into the right wrist for pigeon as you rest the shin down. Flex the right foot. And look back behind you. Make sure the left toes are in line with the hip bone. You don't want them to also pigeon toe by turning inward. Everything in the back of the body is long. The right foot is flexed. If it doesn't come up parallel with the mat, that's okay. You can pull it back here or just flex the foot. So before you lower down, lengthen the spine, pull the belly in, and then flow the top of the body down. And you can rest your forehead on the back of your hands. Just taking a few deep breaths right here. So when we stretch the hips, we can feel a lot of emotion. We can release a lot of tension. That's all good. Just notice it and let it go. You don't have to hold on to anything on your mat. It's a place to come and surrender what is not serving you right now. Breathing naturally. If you realize that you've gone too deep, you can come back up, you can wiggle around. If anything goes to sleep or goes numb, you can come all the way out and slowly go back in. So you reassess. 3 more breaths. And slowly peel yourself up. I could stay there all day. Press your hands down. Tuck that back toe under. Really use your belly as you lift back into your downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. All right, now the left knee comes forward and the shin rests down. Same thing here. Flex your left foot, look back at your right foot. Make sure that it's in line with your hip bone. Lengthen the spine first, and then lower down. So make adjustments as you need to. Just because you're in a pose doesn't mean that you have to stay exactly like that. Always listen to the voice of the body. Softening the upper body. And breathing naturally. And even if you chose to follow an Ujjayi breath, notice the subtleness of the Ujjayi breath now, since we're not moving around so much. We're just lying here. If your mind wanders a lot, or if your hip screams at you, which is so intense, maybe focus your breath to that space. Your hips just saying, hello. Thank you for giving me attention today. Three more breaths. And again, slowly peeling yourself up. Maybe even practicing that one again after our practice is over. Our last downward facing dog. So slowly make your way there for 3 breaths. Strong shoulders, belly in, heels down as much as you can. And then tiptoe or step the feet forward in between your hands and sit down behind your feet. Extend both legs out in front of you. Finding staff pose. So hands down beside you, feet are flexed. Just feeling the length of the spine. And I'm pulling the right knee in, placing the sole of the foot on the ground. The left leg stays strong, so don't let it completely go. You want it to stabilize you. And inhale, lengthen, hug that right knee in. And then as you exhale, keep hugging it with your left arm as you twist the right side. So just like we did at the beginning, twisting through the whole spine, not just the top. You actually twist from almost the hips. Breathing deeply. Exhale, come back. A little counter twist on the opposite side. Now let the right knee fall out to the side, so the sole of the foot touches the inside of the left thigh. And inhale, lengthen your spine, flex your left foot, and then exhale, fold over. A version of Janu Shirshasana. You can grab your foot, or if that's too intense, rest your hands down beside you. Wherever you are, let your body be there. Breathing, pulling the belly in, long spine again. That long spine will take you so far. It helps to deepen the stretch. You're not putting too much strain on the hamstrings. Also improving the posture. Inhale, come up. And just switch. So lengthening the right leg. Pulling the left knee in. Right there. Lengthen the spine. And then exhale, hug that knee as you twist. Keep lifting. So each breath, you inhale to lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen out through the crown of the head. Exhale, twist. Squeeze the belly. And then inhale, come back through the center. Exhale, a little counter twist to the opposite side. Always complimenting. And then drop the left knee out to the side. The sole of the foot comes to the inside of the right thigh. Right foot stays flexed. Inhale, lengthen up, belly in. Exhale, fold forward. So by holding the belly in, that helps to protect the spine, but also it helps to give it a little bit more length. You can drop your head down. Really feeling that intense stretch through your hamstring. Last breath. And then inhale, lift up. Bring the soles of the feet together. And then scoot your hips towards them. The hands can stay back behind you since you already used them to move a little bit. And then inhale, just lift your heart. Open the throat, look up. You can close the eyes. Feeling the chest expand, feeling the breath move freely. 2 and 1. You have an option here. You can either just keep the soles of the feet together and lie down on your back. It's a nice stretch, Supta Baddha Konasana, or you can roll into plow pose, Halasana. So if you're going to do that, if you're going to do plow, roll the shoulder blades under. You don't want any weight in the neck. Try to keep the head straight up. And then kick your feet up and over. So the weight again is in the shoulders, not the neck. Bring the hands to the lower back. Even lifting just a little bit. So the hips are above the shoulders. Staying here. If you're in Supta Baddha Konasana, stay in there, enjoying the subtle or even intense opening of the hips. If you're in Halasana, slowly lower down. Wherever you are, bring both knees in towards the belly. And then grab onto the outside of the feet for Happy Baby and Ananda Balasana, rocking side to side. Softening your gaze. And then take your time as you light all the way down. Shake your head a little bit. Make sure there's no tension in your neck, no tension in the shoulders. Let the feet fall out. Palms can face up. If this position is too vulnerable for you, then rest your hands on your belly so you know that you're safe. You feel the warmth and comfort of your own touch. Close your eyes and really allow your body to just melt here. Softening with each breath. Each inhale, you can feel the lightness of the top, the front of the body. And each exhale, you feel the heaviness of the back of the body as you drop in a little bit more. You're letting go, melting into the mat. Shavasana. Shavasana is a Sanskrit word for corpse pose. So we really do aim to find stillness here. If something is just terribly uncomfortable, if your low back hurts, then bend your knees, walk the feet to the edges of the mat, and drop the knees together. That's still Shavasana. But here, we rest. We absorb the practice. We learn to accept the things on the mat that we cannot change. We learn to accept ourselves, where we are today, what we came to the practice with. We learn to be present with our body and with our breath, and trying to let go of the ego, of that inner critic that tells us to do more, do more, do more, or you can't do this, because that's not real. All that's real is the very breath that you are breathing. Taking a few more rounds of breath on your own, just really softening into the body, acknowledging the sounds around you, the thoughts that come and go. Take your time as you wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. If you want, take a full body stretch, reach the arms up over the head, inhale, and exhale out through the mouth. Rolling over onto your right side if you're able to. And then peeling yourself up, using your hands, the strength of your arms. Find a comfortable seated position again, this time with your left leg in front. We'll rest the palms. Today, do palms facing up. Reminding ourselves to surrender, let go of anything else that we need to. And just listening to the breath. Move up and down the spine, in and out of the chest. Observing the rise and fall of the shoulders. And watching your thoughts come and go. May our week, our practice for the week, be that of a meditation. So not just now, when we're forced to sit here in quiet and listen to the breath and watch the breath without judgment, but more as a witness. May our week be similar to that, where we learn to live in the present moment, to watch things come and go, bring your hands into heart center, feeling that the thumbs connect to your heart, palms pressed against one another. And take a moment here to offer gratitude or maybe positive reflection on your practice. Thank you for sharing your practice with me. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings everywhere be happy and free. And may the thoughts and actions of ourselves somehow contribute to the happiness and well-being of all. Namaste.